rival thing we was talking about.
Yep.
And see if maybe he wants to do that for one last season before the new game comes out and have it him versus Smitty. And he picked 6 drivers. Smitty picked 6 drivers. And those 12 drivers will go on team points and individual points. And race for season, just them two teams against each other. His 6 drivers and Smitty's 6 drivers. And,
all right. Well, let me know what he says.
See what he says about that.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna broadcast now. All right, welcome to the Antwolf Invitational Season 2. Final races, race number 15 and 16. Got a special broadcast partner up here with me tonight, Bull Hurley. Welcome, Bull.
Thank you. Yeah. Good to be here.
So tonight's race is going to come down to basically 2 drivers for the championship. You got Wi-Fi with 3 wins this season with 648 points, and you got Kenrod with 2 wins this season, 635 points. So a 13-point difference. They're going to start at Talladega. They're going to start at Daytona and finish at Talladega. We'll try to keep track of that in between the races. See what's going on.
I think those 2 are the only 2 that have real opportunity.
Yeah, well, going into the race, mathematically, Callie Blunts and Millwright had an opportunity, but that was going to basically require both the other 2 guys not showing up, missing the race somehow. Or, I mean, we'll see after Daytona. If Kenrod and Wi-Fi both got dead last and Callie wins, then, maybe. But
yeah, he would have to get max points. And
yes. In all reality,
almost a tragedy.
Yeah. In all reality, it's going to be between them 2, which is kind of interesting. We've had, it's a long season, 16 races, 8 weeks. And in the 2 seasons we've had, it's come down to that last race. Last year it did anyway. Last race, last lap, as a matter of fact.
I think within 5 points, wasn't it?
It was 2 points. And both points, it was kind of crazy. As your broadcaster, I remember clear because I was the one who benefited from it.
Yes. My teammate was the other driver involved.
Yep.
So I was.
Yep. Millwright kind of got stacked up at the end. He was on my bumper. He was playing a smart race last year. He really was. He knew he had to finish right behind me. Basically, I had to gain 7 points going into the 2 races, and we were seriously one right in front of the other all the way through the stages. And on that last turn and down the tri-oval at Talladega, I passed him and another car, which got me the 2-point swing. And
if you've got more than 1 invite, jump in there and send me one, and then jump back out for the start because I hadn't.
Well, I'll just wait. Looks like they're gonna go green in about 20 seconds, and as soon as I enter it, I will send it to you. And it looks like it's gonna start. It'll be Kenrod, Slabs, Millwright, Lynch, Wi-Fi, Huckleberry, Callie Blunts, Ty Scott, and Hurricane as the starting grid for tonight. Looks like it'll only be 9 drivers. I guess Corey. I seen Corey in the chat, but I guess he's not going to race tonight.
I did see him in the chat. Hook's here tonight. Marble said he was going to be out. That's a big one.
Well, that's good for the competition because Marlboro has been on a fire when he is in the race. All right, I'm going to join now. Send my buddy Bull Hurley an invite. All right, you get that?
Yep.
All right, now I'm watching live race. It'll be 21 laps. They'll be racing the Coca-Cola 400 under the lights at Daytona. One of my favorite tracks.
It used to be. I'm just super speedways have come and gone with me on an every week basis. Some people seem to have just a natural act for it. Slabs being probably the one that comes to mind, but he just seems to be natural to him.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I do enjoy the racing, but once you get good at all tracks, it's just there's more of a challenge there. To be honest with you,
I agree.
All right, we are underway. Yeah,
not to diminish any of these drivers, it adds a whole new skill level. But anyway, here we are. And
you got Kenrod on the inside lane trying to pull them guys, and you got the 42 of Slabs in the high line. This should be a good drag race down the backstretch, as Slabs is one of those guys that look at him pulling those 4 cars of Lynch, Huckleberry, and Ty Scott. 2 of them have cleared, but he's not going to abandon that top line yet. Will he jump down? He chose at the last second. He had to jump down. I think it was a good decision.
He knew it wouldn't.
He did try to pull that group, but, once the numbers came down to the bottom there,
yep.
Slabs is a good driver, like you mentioned earlier. He's definitely playing that mirror, and he
does. He's definitely one of the best at it, too.
Yep. Now, you also got to imagine during this race, it's going to be a little different than the weeks prior because you got 2 drivers in the field who are playing a game of chess. Kenrod probably going to be totally happy and accepting to finish right now and just push Slabs as long as Wi-Fi doesn't go around him. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. But that 2 cars only two cars back.
Yep.
So that'll be if Wi-Fi stays in that spot and he backs it up, and that's going to put the numbers on his side. Ooh.
As you talk about it, looked like Millwright and Wi-Fi made a little contact, some more contact there with Wi-Fi and Callie Blunts, and it just ricochets Callie. Yep. Ricochets Callie down, and at the end of the day, Callie Blunts, Ty Scott, and I believe Jay Lynch back there, they are going to lose the draft, and they're going to definitely be out of the running for stage 1. But that's okay. Yeah. Those 3 guys were not in the points racing, so it's going to happen. Let it happen in stage 1. So
that's not what Callie Blunts wanted to see if he was going to have any chance on pulling up the Hail Mary. He was going to need top 3 finishes in just about every stage we run tonight.
Yep. Yeah. Looks like you're right. Callie came out looking to get a Hail Mary, but instead he doesn't even get the ball as the offense kicked an onside kick on his butt.
Fumble and almost a pick 6. It's like.
Yep. So, but right there, as you've seen, Wi-Fi tried to make a run there.
Wi-Fi's in the spot. 3 on 3, that evens the field.
That's one thing about Wi-Fi too is all season long he's not been content. He always wants to get it racy. Always wants to make those
very methodical.
Moves. Yep. Right now, P3 is going to be Millwright. Looks like it's going to be a 3-on-3 here as they come to the white flag for stage 1. 1 more lap to go. Right now, Kenrod is definitely trying to push as hard as he can because he does not want Wi-Fi.
Because even if Wi-Fi doesn't make the win, if he pulls ahead of Wi-Fi on the outside, which I'm sure he's going to try to do in the back, he would go. As long as he finishes ahead of Kenrod, he still gains. That's a win for him.
But right now, it looks like it's definitely a good move. They got the 3 guys on top, 3 guys on bottom, side-by-side action, 3 deep.
Top line's going to should get the momentum out of the corner.
Looks like it's going to, I don't know. Wi-Fi's going to get some pull here.
Back on the side draft.
Dang. That was a great
he got loose.
He did. That was too close to call for me. I don't know who actually got it.
I think that little bobble right there on the top cost him. He did, regardless of where it was, I'm sure he finished ahead of Kenrod.
He did. Wi-Fi actually got, according to the telemetry here, Wi-Fi did get the stage win. Yep, it'll be Wi-Fi, Slabs, Hurricane, Kenrod, and Huckleberry, your top 5. So that's big time as Wi-Fi will collect 10 points, and Kenrod will get 7 points there. So a 3-point swing already in stage 1 for Wi-Fi. And that's, but right there is kind of showing you why Wi-Fi has been so successful this season. He's always willing to make those moves, those runs, and capitalize. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today it worked.
He's more worried about putting himself in the right position for the last lap than he is trying to lead any of the other laps. And that certainly plays to his benefit. He's real good at it.
I agree.
So, no tires,
play that
2
guy
tires.
in chess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Looks like right here, I'm peeking here. It looks like 2 guys will stay out. It'll be Wi-Fi and Kenrod who do not pit. And no tires, no fuel.
I'll let you know about how they feel about track position.
Yep. Unfortunately for Kenrod, when you do that, you
got
don't
on the high
want to
side.
be the one on
Yes.
the high line. Yes.
That's exactly what I was just fixing to point out.
Especially with an uneven number. If it was 10 drivers, you'd still have 5 versus 5, but when this flag drops, it's 5 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and
Correct.
It's even worse.
And it's really hard to get that high side organized in the first lap because you're still building up speed and it's hard to control the car.
Yep. Does look like it's another good run from the top line, though, man. We've had 2 good stages start out where it does. Yeah, it takes till turn 3 before that top line starts killing out, but it's good effort from Kenrod there.
Now, the important thing when he falls back is for Kenrod not to panic and make a situation worse. Just regroup and fall in there and try to work his way back up. If he goes to panicking, he's going to make it worse.
You make a good point there, and too, how easy it is for Kenrod to panic right now, as he knows today's the day where he's got to actually get in front of the guy who's currently leading. You know what I mean? Right. And it's just like, So, single file racing down the backstretch, heading into turn number 3. Got Wi-Fi out in the lead with who's that? Ooh. Slabs? Yeah, Slabs on the bumper there. Like a little commotion maybe back there from Jay Lynch. Not sure what it was.
I feel like he should be in Callie's ear trying to talk Callie to back up, but I don't know that Callie will at this point, if it was the last lap.
Yep.
But I'm quite sure Kenrod's not going to want to wait till the last lap for somebody to make a move. He's going to be in the ear ASAP.
I think it looks like Lynch back there in
the 19
6th.
car.
I believe he's going to start to make a run here. Looks like he checked it up again, just a little. And
looks like he mistimed it.
Yep. He'll make a move now to the high line, but
looked like he almost got out of the way for Kenrod.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a planned thing. Or...
Ooh! He let him back in, so I guess he got a little loose. Maybe hit the dead man.
Could have been.
What Kenrod don't want to do is get caught up in somebody else's bullshit.
Yeah.
Right here.
And we've seen how easy it was.
Yes.
There in stage
second
1
lap of the race.
Guys, yeah. Ty Scott was definitely in the wrong place at the wrong time in that stage.
Yes. I can relate.
You have. We watched this season. You had a lot of good stages, a lot of good runs and everything, but it just always seemed that whenever, like you said, whenever there was some mess, which, oh man, we got some contact back there.
In the wall.
Yes, he did. Let's hope he doesn't lose this draft. It just looked to me as if that 19 got a huge run on the 73, went to make the move, and it was just too big of a move. Yes.
That's exactly right.
Popped that wall there.
And Kenrod followed him right in, looked like he followed him right into it.
And
still
if you're
plenty of time.
Coming now here, too, they're going to be coming to the white flag of stage number 2. As far back as Kenrod is, you've got to imagine that the panic has set in a little.
Yeah. Especially him knowing that Wi-Fi's leading.
Yes. I mean, if he has a bad stage 2, looks like Callie's going to make a run to the high side here.
This is going to shake it all up. This is going to give Kenrod an opportunity to do something.
Yes, it is. Kenrod's got to worry about all the points he can get here.
Yep.
Callie Blunts, there's 5 of them on the top line. What's Kenrod going to do? He's not going to be selfish. It looks like he's going to try to pull that top line through. I think it's time to maybe be selfish.
I think he's going to, he's going to, even if it is just that 1 point with Jay Lynch, but he's...
Yep.
I don't know.
I will say this, those top 5 guys are definitely in a straight line there. They looked formed and ready, but
they should seem to... Not they're going to have time to get the whole line for sure.
Be doing anything. Callie's going to try to come down and get a little side draft from him. He does get kind of a pullback, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a dominant stage 2 and potentially a championship ceiling stage 2, as 10 points is going to be rewarded to Wi-Fi, and I believe only 2 points to Kenrod. We'll see here with the official rundown. Yeah, he did.
I'm listening to the in-car radio right now, and he is not happy.
No, he's not. I'm not listening, but I already know it. As Kenrod today...
I can hear his beanbag squeaking the sweat as we speak.
Well, let's just say this. Kenrod today came in needing to gain 13 points, but instead he's already lost 11 points. So that's...
Now I'm quite sure the panic is, they're certainly called the 2-minute drill here.
Yes.
No time to fuck around anymore.
He definitely needs to
mess around.
He needs to win. I mean, that's that simple.
He absolutely needs to win this race.
He needs to win and hope for some bad luck.
Not to wish bad luck on Wi-Fi, but from Kenrod's point of view, he would not necessarily be disappointed if he was to get caught up in somebody's stuff.
Yes. He did have 5 guys. The top 5 positions all stayed out that time.
Wow.
Kenrod, he's got 4 fresh tires. Can he use that as an advantage to his advantage here? Let's see. We're riding on board with Kenrod here. We'll give you an in-car camera view here for a couple laps.
If it plays out like it normally does, then everybody else will fall in, and he will be the middle car in the pack. He looks like he might be almost trying to recruit Slabs to come down so he could be behind him, because he knows what a good lead car Slabs is. That's exactly what he's doing.
I think that
back it up for that to happen.
I think you nailed it. We were riding there on board with Kenrod, and as you were talking there, that is absolutely what happened there, and could be a good strategy.
Could be.
We'll see how it plays out. Kenrod puts himself up to 7th spot now. 6th spot, excuse me.
That also give him the advantage on the numbers.
Yep.
In the field too, but so smart move. Looks like Ty might be trying to do a piggyback here, 3 on or 2.
Whatever he's doing, he needs to get going though, because
right. Kenrod and Slabs will absolutely be smart to pick them up, but they ain't like you said, they ain't got no time to waste. They got to be doing it.
I do believe Slabs is actually holding back right now to try to pick him up. And something happened there. Kenrod, I don't know what happened.
Oh, that did look odd.
From my angle there.
That whole process looked weird.
Yes, it did.
I don't exactly know what happened to Ty Scott and Millwright that's got them plugged up. But
yeah, I believe that. I don't know. I've said
they
it before.
either need to go back
wrong,
and get them or leave them. One of the two. They're going to have to do something quick. This in purgatory right in the middle is not benefiting that middle pack.
No, it isn't. And right now too, if you're new to the game here, you're sitting here wondering, you're like, well, what's Ty Scott doing, man? Push the gas pedal down. Well, he's got it all the way to the floor.
Oh yeah.
It's just that these guys are now, and he's only got 1 car with him and Millwright, and I think unfortunately they have officially lost it.
Yep.
They will not be contenders here.
It's going to be, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be 7 cars in the lead lap.
Yep.
Putting an odd number, that's going to put an odd number on the field, which could potentially be a big shakeup. But the way it all plays out now, once again, Kenrod's in last, and Wi-Fi in first. Excuse me.
Definitely, the panic has set in.
Oh yes.
He knows this is do or die. He does not want to go into the final race 20-some points down, so he's got to make something happen here. But at the same time, we got to talk about how good Wi-Fi's done. You know what I mean? I mean, Wi-Fi sitting in here, he could have came in, and he could have came in and played a little soft today, or whatever. But instead, as we seen early on, he threw a Hail Mary with a 30-point lead. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so far, it's paid off. It looks like Slabs is going to make a run here. Got Cali Blunts with him.
Kenrod wasn't there. Kenrod is not the.
No.
I don't know. He doesn't seem. His car doesn't seem like it's. He's usually, especially at Daytona.
Yep.
Smooth like a. I couldn't think of a smooth reference right there. Forget it.
That's a baby's.
I was gonna say baby's ass, but I'm trying not to cuss.
Yeah. Well, and this is self-proclaimed track that Kenrod built, but today it's
house
looking like
Kenrod
the track.
is,
the house that you betcha, yeah.
And this series, especially this season, is certainly been Wi-Fi's playground, if you will.
Yes, it has. And you know what? You got Hurricane Hall in the 21 behind Wi-Fi. Those two guys work together on all tracks. They work together everywhere pretty well.
Very familiar with each other.
Yeah, I don't see him leaving Wi-Fi. I see him staying there. So we'll see what Huckabuck will do. And Jay Lynch, Huckabuck been known to always
that would be
go for it. You know,
the wild card. Callie and Slabs will work tandem. They are known for working well together. So
here we go. Slabs to the lead. Callie Blunts made some contact
Callie Blunts
there.
gets down on him. Slabs is
That's
going to
end up killing Kenrod. Back out to the outside goes Wi-Fi.
Wow.
To the line. This is the white flag, by the way. 1 lap to go. They are racing to the win here.
I did not see that coming, Real.
No, they went for it. The 21 went with them. They just didn't quite have it. And
I got to be real. Kenrod's got to go down. He's got to suck up to that bottom.
He's choosing to stay with those two, and there he goes.
There goes Hurricane.
With Hurricane, but Hurricane's going to let him in.
2-car breakaway up front.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough time.
I think this is Slabs' race.
This is it.
To the high line they go. Some contact there. It's not going to be enough. Slabs just wins again, you know, and for this season he will move up to 4 wins. I think the competition is lucky. Slabs missed 2 weeks.
They absolutely are.
But
Wi-Fi, however, did fall back. I don't know if he finished just in front of Kenrod or 1 car, but let's see, I'm looking at it right here.
Yep, Slabs.
No way he finished 5th.
Yep, Slabs, Huckleberry, Lynch, Callie Blunts, Wi-Fi, Hurricane, Kenrod, Millwright, and Ty Scott. So
2 spots on him, which is not as bad as it looked like it was going to be when it come down the backstretch, but still.
Overall, he will lose 13 points to him at Daytona. So, and he already had 13 points to get. So tonight, in our final race at Talladega, he will need to gain 26 points on Wi-Fi. So I'm not going to say it's over, but the championship is looking pretty good to become
not a new
Wi-Fi.
spot on that shelf.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
We need to back out of this, don't we?
Yeah, we'll back out and then get another invite. I'm just taking my pictures so I can make sure get it correctly. And I'll back out. Let's see what they're doing. They need to pause it. Well, either or we can just run straight into it. Don't mind me. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if we can take a peek here and hear what these drivers are talking about. Oh, I can. I don't have any sound. Interesting. Do you have sound from Kenrod's chat? Yeah. No. Well, they do have it paused, so we'll see here when they unpause it and jump back in. Either way, all season long, these Talladega races have been awfully exciting. Wouldn't expect nothing but that. Yep. And you'll have Slabs starting on the pole. It's kind of crazy. Just go straight down. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 8th, 6th, 9th, and 7th. That's crazy. So Slabs, Wi-Fi, Hurricane, Huckleberry, Callie, Kenrod, Ty Scott, Jay Lynch, and Millwright will be your starting grid for the final race of the season. And what will that do here? That'll also move Slabs. Here's an interesting factor. We have the all-time win list. Slabs will now move up to 5 wins, be number 2 all-time. Wi-Fi, number 1 all-time, with 6 wins. So if Slabs can pull out the sweep again, he's done it before. If he can win it again, he would be tied. He would become tied with Wi-Fi as the all-time win leader.
It's 25, 25% of the races each year.
Yes. Yep.
Or each season, I should say.
All right, we can join. Do you have an invite? There you go. Another one for you.
Excuse me.
But you're right, and like I said, I was joking last week in his victory lane speech, Slabs there, and I said, these guys are lucky, and that both him and Marlboro, to be honest with you.
Yes.
But that will give Slabs his 4th win of this season, by the way, so that makes him the most wins of season 2. So that's a good thing, and Wi-Fi could tie him tonight with a win, but Wi-Fi's got bigger fish to fry. He's got a championship to win, but if I was Wi-Fi right now, I'd go all out, try to win the race and the championship. I don't think he's got too much.
It's probably just playing it just as safe to go for the lead as it is to ride around, in a spot, because when you're back in traffic, you can always get caught up in somebody's bullshit and take you out.
Yep. All right, now we got the bottom line. Just did not, for the first time here, I think the bottom line could lose out here. Did it look as good as the top line did? Got Ty Scott struggling back there. Wi-Fi as your top line front runner there, but Slabs showing the horsepower he's got, evens up with him, but I'd be surprised if that bottom line stays strong here. That's impressive, because that's 4 to 5.
Oh shit! I just joined it. When I joined the screen, it showed Callie's car fly through there. I thought something happened to it.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it is when you first join. You get the lag spike. Either way, very impressive from the bottom line there of Slabs. Who's that? Hurricane. I can't tell who the third car is. Oh, Callie Blunt and Ty Scott. Yeah.
And like you said, Wi-Fi, I'll start trying. It's just the top line's not come in yet. Excuse me.
Some contact there from Huckleberry and Wi-Fi. A little bit of contact, but they gather it back up. No harm, no foul. Now it looks like Huckleberry will be the leader of this second pack. They will have more cars when they get there. What will they do? It'll be 5 versus 4 if those 5 all stay together. I assume they'll have to go to the top line. We'll see.
And what a conundrum this puts Kenrod in, knowing he's got to beat Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi's in the group that's going to be making the run. So
yeah, directly in front of him, as a matter of fact. Running 6th and 7th right now. They'll go to the top line. Got a pretty good run here. All 5 of them are connected. You got the first 2 cars have cleared it. Third car looks like he's not cleared it no more. Will Huckleberry stay up top and try to pull him through? I think that top line's going to be able to pull it off here.
I thought Kenrod was going to make a run to the bottom and try to get in front of Slabs, and that would have been.
I do think that would have been the move.
I think he's contemplating it.
I mean,
if he was to go down and Slabs, that would give him the advantage. Plus, it would leave Wi-Fi out hanging. If he's looking to make a Hail Mary move, that would be the one to make.
That would be the move to make right now. And I mean, you want to stay loyal to your line, but this is the last race of the season, and you're racing for a championship, and you got to be.
I can tell you for sure, Kenrod is a trophy hunter.
Yes,
I mean, he's a loyal driver and all that, but it hurts his soul to lose. Sometimes a little too much.
I concur. Here we go. It does look like all 5 of them have made a bye. It was a great move from the top line. They did stick it out, stuck together, and
Slaz was trying to do something right back. Here's how does Kenrod shuffle Wi-Fi out now to get ahead of him?
That's right. You got 2 laps or about a lap and a half to go. Next time by will be the white flag lap, and it is time. Kenrod.
Maybe he's sticking it out here to back up on 2. He's going to try to back it up on the front 2, maybe?
Yeah, that would be a good idea. But, you know, and if I was Kenrod, I would do it sooner than later because you need not only you to pass Wi-Fi, you need to drag a few other guys to get him as well.
And he's not going to, Jay Lynch gets shuffled out.
Yeah.
And everybody's not going to go with Kenrod either. Looks like he's going to stay so far.
Looks like Huckleberry's going to get the stage win. Kenrod's going to poke his nose out to the top sign, but it's going to be too late.
Too late.
Too late as Wi-Fi will gain another point on Kenrod.
I can't believe Kenrod didn't try something on the backstretch there.
Yep.
All right, well, maybe he's already conceded. Maybe he's...
I do think that the panic set in. I think he's accepted it, and that's it's unfortunate. We could have had a closer little battle here, but at the same time, Kenrod's racing a good race, but you just got to give it to Wi-Fi. I mean,
nothing to take nothing Wi-Fi. It's been a really good season all the way around for him.
Yeah. Checking out here, seeing this so far. You got one guy, looks like Hurricane Hall. Nope, he did pit at the last second. So everybody pitted that time. Oh, no, and look who's stuck on the outside row again in PP2. That'll be Kenrod.
He can't. He's not catching the brakes tonight.
Nope. You got Huckleberry.
No chance Huck lets him in, backs it up for him.
Yeah. The one thing that's good for Kenrod right now is he's got Wi-Fi on his bumper this time finally.
Yes,
so
I see that.
It looks like that whole entire top lane's gonna fall back there. Callie Blunt's gonna bail out, drop to the bottom. Try to catch a few spots there on Kenrod and Wi-Fi. Well, it looks like Hurricane's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be your 2 points guys right now.
All honesty, all Wi-Fi's got to do is keep his nose buried in Kenrod's ass, and regardless of where they go, as long as he's like that, he's not going to do anything to happen.
Yep. I think you're right. And actually, I remember last season, Millwright, knowing that he had a little bit of a lead those first couple stages there, that's what he did. He just stayed right on my bumper. I couldn't shake him, and he played it well. Got a great run from there. You got 3 cars that just leapfrogged their way around the top 3 cars. It was
Kenrod gets slung out.
Lynch and Callie Blunt's. Interesting going on back here.
Yeah.
Kenrod needs to drop down in front of that 14, and he does.
Yeah, Kenrod is he got shuffled by now. He's behind Wi-Fi. I think he's in his head. He's in his own head.
Those top 3 cars, bumper to bumper. It'll be Huckleberry to the high side, but Ty Scott will stay on the bottom there. Kenrod will stay on the bottom. Huckleberry went for it. He drove all the way up to side by side with Jay Lynch there, but...
Oh, wait, I was wrong. My apologies.
Yep, looks like Kenrod is in front of Millwright there. And Kenrod, looked like Kenrod checked up a little and let... Oh!
Oops, somebody just left.
Yep, Ty Scott just disappeared from the screen. He had connection issues. Blown motor for Ty Scott. He is out of the race.
Well, that evens the field at 4-4.
Yes, it does. Stage number 2. They'll be coming to lap number 5 across the line here. So 5 of 7. Looks like it's going to be 5 cars making a run on 3 cars. So We'll ride on board here from your P4 position of Huckleberry. He's going to make a big run here. Looks like he's going to do it right now. Go to the high line. Oh, but something happened there with Kenrod.
Something. And Kenrod gets shuffled out again.
Yep, he does. And Wi-Fi is the one to benefit. Wi-Fi gets in front of Kenrod again.
Car's just not falling for our boy Kenrod tonight.
No.
Going to be jerking off with tears after this one.
Yes, and we'd like to also thank all of our young fans watching today. What he meant was...
I keep forgetting my apologies to the parents.
It is NASCAR. We're used to that stuff. Here we go to the high line. They go again. But this time, Huckleberry's not going to go with them. And I don't blame Huck. He went to the high line last time, and everybody hung him out. He says, here's a little taste of that medicine. Right,
Millwright's the odd driver out. Well, Millwright, he has some tough luck as well. He's another one.
Yep.
Hard luck driver.
Yep.
Shout out to my teammate Millwright.
Well, and you're right on that. It does seem like Millwright always has some good stuff and just doesn't seem to have the luck and the teamwork that comes with it. But all last season, and including this season, besides maybe 1 or 2 bad weeks, he's had a very consistent year. Millwright's always there.
Sure. In the top 5 both seasons, so real consistent. Just hadn't had the wins to show it, and I can relate.
Oh.
Hurricane's going to try to move.
Hurricane's going to move to the high line. He's got more cars with him. What will Millwright to do? Millwright's going to stay on the top line. That'll give them 5 on the top, 3 on the bottom.
If this doesn't work quick, Kenrod's got to bail and put himself in a position to be the first car and run.
Yes, because they're coming to the checkered flag of stage number 2 right here too. So, ooh,
it looks like Cali is the one that makes that move first. I
think we could have a run here from Wi-Fi and Cali. Nope, looks like some more contact there. That's going to give this one to, I'm going to say an easy stage win for Slabs, but it wasn't easy.
Yep.
Put himself in the right spot, but regardless, another stage win and maximum points for Slabs tonight. That's for darn sure.
And for those keeping the score, Wi-Fi finished 1 ahead of Kenrod, I believe it was.
Yep. So with a 28-point lead going into the final stage and the worst position that he could finish right now, the official champion of Season 2 for the Antwolf Invitational is Wi-Fi. There is nothing Kenrod can do about it. Nothing at all. Wi-Fi has won the championship.
Congratulations to Wi-Fi.
Great season. Great season by Wi-Fi. So now you got a battle, though. Wi-Fi wants to remain the all-time win list leader. And if Slabs wins this thing, Slabs will tie him. And another thing is, I could see... Go ahead.
That Sanford & Son truck that Slabs drives is formidable, though.
Shout out. You're right. It is. And with one less car, too, Ty Scott blowing his motor last stage. You only had 3 on top there, and that is not going to work. It's going to be bad news for our champion, Wi-Fi, as he's going to drop to the back of the field here. But they're not giving up. You got Millwright and him still working together. Will somebody let him in? We shall see.
Well, fortunately for Kenrod, I don't think his calculator works while he's online. So he probably doesn't know that he's officially out of it. So he's going to be driving real hard.
Yes.
Still trying.
Yep.
He knows it's probably over, but he doesn't know for sure. So he's going to be still trying to get everything he is. Yeah. I can tell you for sure, Slabs is very aware of his all-time win and needing that last one, and warning that.
And Slabs has also been the only driver in the 2 seasons to ever sweep the weekend, winning both races at Daytona and Talladega, and he is going for it again. Will he stay the only driver to ever do it, but also do it twice? And in the middle, 3 wide, showing why he's the champion this season, is Wi-Fi. He's got 2 cars behind him pushing. Millwright, and I believe that is Hurricane. But they're going to run out of some momentum there.
Lynch is going to get separated. That's going to hurt their momentum.
Yep. Hurricane's going to bail on that. He's going to drop to the bottom, but it looks like he let up off the gas. Looks like Hurricane's going to let these other 2 guys in. And I kind of been watching all night. It kind of looks like Hurricane's been doing that for both Kenrod and Wi-Fi, so he's trying not to interfere
He's a real courteous, smart driver when it comes to that. He don't want to get involved, and looks like most of them don't want to get involved in it.
No.
I think as far as the championship goes.
I think you're right, man. I mean, we race 16 races. That's 8 weeks. Every Tuesday, 16 races. It's a long season. You know what these guys have done. You know how hard they've worked, and you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be the guy to mess that up just because you were messing around on stage 2 and you're 8th in the points. Or I wouldn't. Let me say it like that. I wouldn't. I know that would be my frame of thought.
Yeah. I think most of these guys, too, is you got to also, most of these guys, they've been racing for years together. They've been doing this a lot of times, and most of us are pretty good friends, too, but at the same time, comes down to that last lap. That's a different story.
Some of us aren't friends, which is my segue to, the things to come for maybe next season in this series. Some of us aren't friends anymore, and maybe old scores needed to be settled one last time before the game heads off into the sunset.
I like what you're talking about there. We'll definitely would love to see that. I'd like to broadcast that, as a matter of fact.
Yes, that's what I want to do. I want to stand back and watch, see that play out.
It'd be possibly Rivals at War would be a good little title for that. And in NASCAR and in every sport, you need a good rival. What would Dale Earnhardt have been without Jeff Gordon or Darrell Waltrip, and you need that. So put on a good show for sure.
Who I hated, and he wasn't never really big on either way, but he was one that just made me mad every time, and that was Robbie Gordon. I don't know why, but Robbie Gordon infuriated me every time I watched him race.
Yeah, Robbie did. I think a lot of people would agree with that one. Robbie himself would probably understand your comment there. And again, showing why he's this year's champion. The 2 car to the high line. He's going to pull the 14 with him, and then Hurricane and Lynch are going to have a run on a run. What will they do with it? Looks like they're going to try to push that top line through. For some reason or another, Hurricane can't get to the bumper of the 14.
Wi-Fi not content to just sit back and ride. He's making a show of it.
Yes, he is.
That's why he's the champ, real. Yep. That's why he's the champ for this season.
Yep.
That kind of drive right there.
And he's raced that way all year, so you know what I mean?
Yes,
it's been working for you all year. Why would you stop?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
I just made that up.
That line is trademarked, not to be used without the permission of Bull Hurley Inc. No. All right, here.
Got to come up with a catchphrase. I'm gonna work on my catchphrase if we're gonna be broadcasting.
You bet.
I don't know where I'm gonna get yet. Right? It's got to be something catchy, like boogity boogity boogity, but way better. I'm working on it. I'll get back with you on that. But just know catchphrase coming.
Catchphrase coming. There we go. All right, let me see here. I think at the line it's going to be, I believe it's going to be 3 to go, maybe 2 to go. Let me check here.
Yes, 2 to go.
2 to go. So next time by will be the white flag, the last lap of Season 2. You got Slabs. He's out there. He's on his way to trying to be tied for the all-time win list in the 32 races that we've raced.
Real Wi-Fi's the one backing up. He is not. He does not want that to happen.
Wi-Fi said. I think too, with Kenrod being eliminated already, this is the way to see it. Let's see. Can Slabs show why he's one of the winningest drivers in the league, or will Wi-Fi show why he's champion? Either way, we're going to have a run here. As he's got a big backup.
Wi-Fi's got his work cut out of him. It's Fred Sanford, a.k.a. Slabs, leading him once again, trying for the sweep the second time.
I think, too, I'm wondering here, if hopefully these guys are working. He's got one of the things going for Slabs here is he got Cali Blunts as the fourth place car, so you know he's going to probably stay loyal to that bottom line.
Absolutely.
But here comes the run. To the high line they go.
There he goes.
All four of them hooked up and connected. He's going to definitely be side by side with Slabs. He's definitely going to clear him. Will he tuck in or not? Or will he try to stay?
Oh, they break up top. They get a little separation.
They did. The 21 broke up. The 14's going to drop for the bottom. Millwright's going to try to go for it. Slab's going for it. It's all or nothing here. Kenrod's going to close the gap. He's going to put it 3 wide in the middle. Barely enough room, but he pulls it off. And either way, it is not enough.
Wi-Fi.
Unbelievable last lap pass by Wi-Fi on the high line. Good run from Slabs. I don't know what else he could have done there, but
yeah.
Very great race. Your finishing order is going to be
Wi-Fi backed
Wi-Fi.
it up just at the right. That right there signifies his whole season. He just at the right time, timed it perfectly, had everything worked out for him.
Yep. Proved why he is this year's champion, and not only the champion, a big champion, because he's going to end up being 4 times race winner this season, so he's going to tie Slabs with that, but he's going to ultimately be our all-time win list with 7 wins in the 32 races we've run, and champion. So he will join me.
To him.
Me, my season 1 champion, and he will be our season 2 champion. So amazing. Now let me back up here. Gotta get Slabs in here because he won Daytona, and then our Talladega winner. Let me get a picture, too, of the points. I want to make sure I get everybody. So I have the official points for the whole season. There we go. How many minutes do I have? 8 minutes. We got to hurry this up. 8 minutes before the next practice for the Racers with Etiquette League. All right. Gosh. Yeah. Let's see here, TCR. Of course, my PlayStation is slow. There's Slab's invite and Wi-Fi's invite. All right, they both have joined. We're going to start out. You got a copy, Slabs?
Yes, sir.
Your race winner at Daytona. And I tell you what, we've come last lap pass at Talladega, so I don't know if you guys knew this, but Slabs, if you would have got the sweep there, you would have been tied with Wi-Fi for the all-time win list. But either way, most points of the week, you got the win at Daytona. Season-ending races. How do you feel about your season? What do you got to say to us?
Oh, I feel good, man. It was a good season. Congratulations to Wi-Fi and his points championship, and all the drivers out there. That's pretty fun.
It definitely was good. You know what? And the two of you all year long, but you included, and Bull was talking about it here. I'll let maybe Bull give you a question here, but talking about just how dominant the both of you have been overall this season. I think you both proved it tonight. Congratulations. And Bull,
let me ask you this. What is it that makes you feel like makes you so good at these super speedway tracks, that you are one of if not the most consistent drivers that put you up front all the time?
You got to have a good car, but also, being able to drive, lifting up the throttle, kind of feeling the air. All that stuff kind of plays into part, and kind of knowing who's around you and what kind of cars can do certain things,
Right. We do. Great season, Fred.
Appreciate it.
Definitely a great season, man. And I think the competition is I don't know with as great of a season as Wi-Fi had, but definitely you were I would say the second best, if not the best car, and they're all lucky that you didn't race the full season, that's for sure.
I agree.
Yep. So now we'll move on here. We'll move on to the number 2 car of Wi-Fi, our all-time win leader out of 32 races we've done in 2 seasons. You've won 7 races. You and Slabs both won 4 races this season, but you are also our champion, our second champion ever in this league. And to be honest, I don't know if you knew this, but you were already champion when that 3rd stage started. There was nothing Kenrod can do. Either way, you showed that you didn't care about that. You were always making the moves, Wi-Fi. How do you feel, and what was going through your mind on that last lap there?
Well, on the last lap there, I was just hoping they could stay together and get around them. We made a couple tries at it and just didn't make it work. It wouldn't work, but it did on the last time. It did last time.
It did.
Well, let me ask you something. You stayed up front all night, and that's ultimately why you had it won before it was ever over. Just tell me, was that just the way you like to run, or do you just enjoy beating Kenrod when he's down?
I love beating Kenrod.
Right. I think we can all relate to that.
Really is just it's hard to get back up to the front if you get in the back.
Absolutely, and there's less chance to get caught up in somebody else's BS as well. So
yeah.
Congratulations, Wi-Fi. Great season.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great league, man. It's probably the funnest, most competitive league out there right now, and hopefully everybody comes back. Maybe next time, maybe Slabs can run them all, and we can battle it out, and with their,
Well, absolutely. We got some things in the works. We're definitely going to have another season. Maybe a little change, maybe a surprise. We're going to let y'all know. But great season, Wi-Fi, no doubt.
Great season, Wi-Fi. Yeah. I second that, and I tell you, it was great watching you. And I think that this race, these last 2 races, what I was trying to tell Bull there is, he's been doing this all year. Why stop? You were always one that was making the moves. Even when you didn't have people with you, you would somehow bounce back. You did it again tonight. You got the win at Talladega and secured the championship. Congratulations.
Yeah, I really got to thank everybody that was behind me there. I'm not exactly sure who was back there, but it's because of them that I won that race,
Well, I do believe on that final lap there, Millwright was in P2. I think you had Hurricane 3rd in line on the top line, but...
Yeah, you can go. Hurry up. 30 minutes.
Great job, and
great job, guys. Good season, Wi-Fi. Congratulations.
Yep. All right, we'll talk again next season.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yep. All right. Stop broadcast.